Well, welcome back everybody. Thank you for joining us here on Special Stage. You are now live, waiting for the first cars to enter Stage 3 here on the Greystoke Stages Rally 2025. You join myself, Phil Bramhill, and we have producer Wayne on cameras today. There's just the two of us up here at Greystoke, bringing you all the action. And the sun is still out. This is a little pleasant surprise, really, to be fair. I wasn't expecting the sun. The midges have disappeared as well for the moment, so we'll just we'll keep everything crossed that it stays like this. A bit of sunshine and no midges. Can't promise that's going to stay like that for too long. But anyway, we have action on the way. Alan Carmichael in the Hyundai leading the event is into Stage 3, and we are awaiting his arrival any time now. We're actually on the same bit of stage that we were on this morning, just a slightly different format. The cars approach from a different angle, and from where we stood, it's tricky a little bit of stage. I don't know what it looks like from the drivers coming into this corner. We're effectively on a triangle, like I mentioned earlier, and we're away from the top of the triangle, as I would call it, the hairpin now, and the cars come in from where we were parked and branch left for this next loop of stages, head towards us, as you'll see, and then into this square right and then square left away from the triangle. And it's quite narrow on the approach. I didn't realise until we stood here earlier looking. It's quite narrow on the approach, and where all the cars have been hairpin left earlier, it's left quite a lot of loose gravel. It could be interesting. This we've got a little bit of a tricky section here for these drivers. So we will see. Anyway, Alan Carmichael is in the stage. Thank you to everyone who's joining us online. As always, leave your name or your comment in the comments section. We will put you into the draw for some Special Stage Rallying is Life merchandise, and hopefully we have another good stage of action here on the Greystoke stages. We're here to support the mini rally challenge this weekend, and there's a big group of minis that are out competing today. Been well supported. Unfortunately, we've lost Christopher Cockrell, Bob Wiggins, George Scott and Ian Jackson. They've both retired on Stage 2, clutch and water pump being their issues for the two cars. So let's see how Alan Carmichael and Harry Walshaw get on. Nicely done, nice and sideways. That's what we like to see. Tidy through that little tricky off-camber section. They've actually already been down that road once today. We mentioned earlier on in the stream on the first stage where all the Marshall's cars and our van was parked. Alan and Harry joined us down there. They came down the line of cars earlier on and took a wrong slot after the finish line when they were trying to head back to service. Actually found their way down to the Special Stage filming location instead. Thought they were going to come and join us on the live stream to start with. Anyway, Andy Reid, Tommy Henderson, Colin Smith, Nancy Russell, Adam Clayton, Roy Eddie Johansson, and Paul McGretton is tuned in as well. Nice to have you along, Paul, and the rest of the gang there. Paul eagerly watching how John is getting on in the Polo. Robert Forsyth is watching in Dumfries as well. Mark Booth also joining us. Tom Irvin along for the watch as well. So thank you guys for everyone tuning in. More and more viewers watching. Paul's watching from a sun-soaked service area. Yeah, it's all right at the minute, isn't it? So I'm not sure it's sun-soaked, Paul. That's there's a bit of a blue sky above us, isn't there? But I'm not sure it's sun-soaked. Give it a couple of hours, mate. It'll be rain-soaked. We'll be all wishing the sun was back then. But Anyway, it's decent weather at the minute, and there's a little bit of a breeze keeping the midges away. So we're all happy here in Greystoke Forest. Second through, Angus Lorry in that Subaru going well. This is our third crew through. Bit of a lock-up. So this stage just 0.1 miles shorter than the first two this morning, and then we go to a pair of shorter stages this afternoon, so 7 miles effectively for this stage, and then we drop down to 6.3, 6.5 almost for the final pair of stages of the day. Let's give you a little insight into who's doing what time-wise. So we're leading the event overall currently by 35 seconds. Alan Carmichael, Harry Walshaw going well. Angus Lorry, Lisa Watson second. Peter Gorst, Michael Twynham in third. John Stone just 2 seconds behind Peter Gorst in the Polo, which we'll see any time now. Then Michael O'Brien, who you've just seen come through in that stunning Focus. He rounds out the top 5. Michael Glendinning, Mark Mason, who we had through before, car 4, the yellow Subaru, had a little bit of a steady start, and they're working their way back up the order now. They're currently 6th. James Hall, Laura Marshall 7th. Oliver Wood, Kenny Cockshot 8th. Seeded car 51. Not bad going, that, is it? 8th overall in the Subaru. Here's John and Reese. The stunning Polo. Legend Performance. Backed car. Started to maintain and run other cars now, as well as their own. Gone from Legend Fire to Legend Performance, so nice to see that Legend name still around the sport. And obviously John himself is always a legend. Sponsored the Legend Fire's Northwest Stages for 21 years, 22 years, a long time, put it that way. So fantastic to see that Legend name still around rallying. Peter Gorst then, Mark Twynham, just kissing the bank as they make their way through. Nothing to worry about there, just a little gentle kiss on the outside as they came into this right-hander. Still chucking it down in Lincoln. Sorry, Dan, sorry to hear that. As ever, thank you for all your support with Rallying as Life. Jason Gordon is watching from Cramlington, Northumberland. We also have David Smith. Robert Beck is watching. Harry Forrest, Kevin DeVille, Devlin, and Ian Hill also joining us on the live stream on Facebook as well. Thank you very much to you all. No, there's other forms of motorsport knocking about today as well. There's a lot of smoke. That'll be why. That certainly will be why. That's not going to go too much further. Tom and Simon Pickard. I could see the smoke coming through the trees further in the distance than when I could see the car. Yeah, that car's very poorly, and won't be going too much further by the looks of things. They'll come to rest somewhere within Greystoke Forest, no doubt. A lack of oil in the car by the looks of things. Bluey smoke lingering in the trees. This Subaru. James Hall, Laura Marshall. They'll be soon catching that Escort, and they won't be able to see a thing when they get to it. So a couple of times coming through then for stage 3. Alan Carmichael, Harry Walshaw go fastest again. 3 out of 3 then for the Hyundai crew. 7 minutes 4, and then Angus Laurie taking a good bite at him actually there. 7 minutes 11, so just 5 seconds slower in that older, so much heavier and less developed Mitsubishi. So going well for Angus. He's certainly pedalling it through here, wasn't he, when he came through? Great to see. Michael Glendinning 740, car 4. Sideways interview. Car 11, Nick Kitchen. Steve Pugh on the maps. Currently 13th overall. 4th in class. Flick over to YouTube and see what's happening on the YouTube chat. Plenty of people tuning in again. Thank you very much. Rallying Sundays, Trash Queen Royal. Just minis on this one. There's, as you can see, there's all sorts of cars here today. 55 or so entries running here at Greystoke. We're concentrating on the minis. It's our challenge, mini challenge that we're focusing on. However, we'll always bring you all the action from all the other competitors here today. And as you can see, Mr. Lindsay there, he's not going to take it lightly through these stages. Barry Lindsay, Caroline Lodge alongside this weekend. Are currently 1st in class and 9th overall in that little Peugeot, so going well for the crew. Trash Queen Royale's a big Subaru fan by the looks of it, so should be pleased to see the Imprezas out there today doing battle on the stages. DMB Graphics, afternoon everybody. Rizzler's back from Sweden. It's sunny in Rill according to Nicky Jones. Lots of great coverage from Paul and Liz, thank you very much. Nice to keep up with the event I have worked on in the past. Dave Cram managed to get a whole Tesco big shop done between the stages. That's not bad going, was it? I think I managed to eat a sandwich and move location 10 foot, and I don't know how you managed to do that. Well, that's fair play, Dave. Well done. Trash Queen Royal says, since I found this channel, it's been a blessing. Real rallying is not dead. Absolutely. You'll find plenty of footage on our YouTube pages, but also if you go to specialstagerally.tv, you can also find all the footage from everything we do around the country and abroad on our website, with links to all the archive footage as well that we can now bring you. Sideways interview. Jamie and Dave Forrest. James Coxon, watching from Canada. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. Kevin O'Driscoll, brilliant coverage, thanks. You're welcome. We love bringing it to you guys. Trash Queen Royal. Get involved, aren't you? Lots of interactions. I like it. Thank you for getting involved and talking to us and communicating with us all. And this is an open forum, free for everyone to have a chat with. So feel free to get involved in the conversations. Every time you do comment, we will put your name into the prize draw to win some merchandise as well. So don't forget to make a comment on any of the live streams that we do. Steve Ward, John Millington, dancing the escort between the banks here. Dave was power sliding the trolley around Tesco, apparently. What time did you set, Dave? You must have done a decent one. Well done, mate. Thank you very much for joining us again. Mervyn Williams is watching from the living room. Yippee-ki-yay mofo says, keep on buddy smuggling. I think it's budgie smuggling if he's still leading the minis. He is doing as well. He's going really well. Yes, I should bring you a little bit more on that. If anyone else has any more details on Tom Hines' budgie smuggling, budgie breeding, let's say, as he called it, we need to know. Well, do I need to know? Probably don't need to know, but I'm intrigued anyway. I want to know. It's not that I need to, but I want to know what that's all about. Just a bit too hot then for Roger Kilty. Slightest of overshoots, but costing him a good chunk of time there, probably 15 seconds or more. So, Trash Queen Royale's on Malta. No, there's not a lot of rallying on Malta, is there? You have to make up for all the other things that happen in Malta, all the sunshine and the boats. But you have some good boat racing in Malta. A beautiful island. But yes, thank you for all your interactions and all your chat. Thank you for everyone getting involved. Car 16, William Fisher, Ross Green, just nudging the bank as well, giving a little bump. This top layer of gravel is just sweeping away. It's just making a little bit more slippy by the looks of things. A few of the cars just coming in a little bit too hot for this corner. Yes, remember all these crews are on maps this weekend. No pace notes around Greystoke. A little bit of old school rallying going on. So a quick look back at the times then. So leading the way, Alan Carmichael, 21 minutes 24 seconds. His times after 3. Johnny Matheson, Ian Bass, smooth as you like in that first of the minis. Bright future ahead for young Charlie. Angus Laurie then is second overall, setting a time of 22.06 after 3. So we're talking, 32 seconds? Just over, down on Alan Carmichael. John Stone in third. He's got a time of 22 minutes 45, so he's a further 39 seconds back from Angus. Pete Gorse wasn't too far off, and still isn't actually. 2 seconds in it now between John and Peter, so John's actually just leapfrogged Peter, I think, going into stage 4, our next stage here in Greystoke Forest. Tom and Sue Hind then pushing hard in the Mini and using all of the road and a touch more, if I'm being honest. Just kissing the banks on both sides there as they were making their way through the right and the left-handers here in the middle of the forest. Hotly fought battle at the top of the minis, so we'll see what comes of that after this one. Charlie and Ian certainly smoother through here, weren't they? It'll be interesting to see if smoother is quicker, or is Tom's flamboyant style working for him through this one. Christina Robinson, Grum Wilcox. I have to wait for them to get out of view, but out of earshot. Otherwise, you're never going to hear me. But, Christina Robinson and Grum Wilcox then threw in the raucous Peugeot. It sounds like some gunship coming into the stage next, doesn't it? And then a little Peugeot turns up. It's it's good to see. First of the MG3s for us. Constantine boys, Luke and Tom. I mentioned about Luke and Tom and Niall Cowan Jr. with Ashley Thompson and how close their battle was at the top of the MGs as well. So 2 championships here, single makes, that are only separated by a second each. Niall Cowan Jr. just losing the top step in that championship to Luke Constantine on the last stage as well. 2 seconds in it now between the Scottish crews and the MGs. Ryan Walker, Paul Gribben then next through, car number 17. Currently 5th in class and 27th overall, so not the start that they were hoping for, but things to work on as we go into the afternoon. When they get to the end of this one, this will be the halfway point in the rally for these crews. 3 more stages to bring you live this afternoon as we make our way towards midday. That's Robbie Wood and Stephen Brown just understeering slightly on this loose top surface now. Nice to collect it just before it hit the bank. You still hear Christina in the Peugeot on the very far side of Greystoke Forest now, far off the finish line. Just trying to listen over the notes of the Peugeot. We can just about make out the MG it's just gone through. That was the MG of Robbie Wood and Steve Brown that came past us last, and you could just hear it slowly trundling away up the road. So I'm hoping that they get through the stage and back to service to sort out any problems. It did sound like they were sort of crawling along a little bit, really, let's say. Hopefully whatever issues or problems they had, we will get sorted. So, Johnny Matheson's time's come up on the board, 8 minutes 5. Sideways interview. Car 26. John Day, Emma Cooper. Going nicely. So interested to see what Tom and Sue Hines' times look like. Might not be through just yet. It's showing a penalty for James Hall and Laura Marshall, car 10. 1 minute penalty for arriving early at service in. So that'll be a huge shame if that is the case. Tom and Sue's times should be up on the board any time now. If you want to get into the timings and have a breakdown of everything, then make your way to rallies.info, the website and providers of all the results this weekend on the Greystoke Stages Rally, and you can get into all the breakdowns of classes. I think Mr. Gorge there got caught between two minds. He didn't know what to do, did he? He didn't know whether to pull the handbrake or just steer it, but he got round eventually. A few lockups, but he made it around. That was Paul Gorge and Charlie Stevens in that little jacked up MX-5. One thing we haven't seen any of today, which we saw plenty of last week, BMWs, although BMW Mini it's not really a BMW, is it? It needs to be rear wheel drive. That's what we need to see. Problems in the previous stage then for Jacob Neal and Grace Pedley. He took a 14-minute 4 through the stage, 4 minutes slower or 3 minutes slower than everybody else. I think they got stuck between junctions 6 and 7 or something like that, so they lost a lot of time there. So they'll be pushing on now to try and catch some of that time back and see how they get on for the rest of the day. They were certainly trying here, weren't they? Luke Constantine's time's gone up as well, on 8:25. Dave Ellis and Alan Edwards, they've also have a penalty for arriving at service in early, so a couple of cars falling foul of the rules. 1 minute penalty added for being a minute early into service. Normally seem to suffer with hay fever, but today is definitely an exception. I'm struggling. My eyes are streaming, my nose is running. I must sound flipping awful on the microphone. What a delight. You don't get that from Woodford. Rob Fisher. There's a birthday message on the rear window. I couldn't quite make out what it said. I just saw happy birthday, so written in the dirt on the back window. Whoever's birthday it is today, happy birthday. Hope you're having a good day. Enjoying the special stage coverage as well. Quick swig of water to try and clear my throat. Well, Cowan Senior bumping his way through the stage. Took quite a knock on there, didn't he? Done well if he keeps that rear wheel pointing in the right direction, if he's bumping the banks like that. Still waiting for Tom and Sue Hines' time to go on the board. Should be any time now. Yeah, not quite there yet. Niall Cowan Jr. 5 seconds slower. Yeah, Niall Cowan Jr. 5 seconds slower than Luke Constantine in the MG3s. Nothing just yet for Tom and Sue. We'll keep an eye on that, see how their battle's going. That was the hard-charging David Coatsworth and Chris Patterson in the MG, currently first in class and 22nd overall, driving the socks off the little X-Power ZR. Another car with a penalty for arriving at service early was Andrew Towes and Brenton Towes in the Hillman Avenger. Max Crowther, Phil Brammer managing to just about stop the MG3. A little mate arrived with me on my microphone. Little hoverfly's just landed on the microphone now, as I'm trying to talk to you. How are you, mate? You okay? Enjoying yourself today? Are we disturbing your peace in the forest? Oh, he's off. There you go. Clearly didn't want to chat. So, who else have we got on the live stream then watching? We've got loads of people getting in touch. It's great to see. Thank you very much for everyone who's chatting. Just sliding into the comments because I need a special stage hat. That's one way of doing it. Thank you, Warren. Like that. We'll put you in the draw. Good morning from Dexter, Michigan. Nice to wake up to rallying on a Sunday morning. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to have you guys from the States joining us. I own 2 Mini R53s and an MX-5, so always enjoy seeing either on the stage as well. We've got both today, there you go. Got a whole host of them today. You've got plenty of Minis and one MX-5 as well, so there you go. Dave Turner says, where's the rain? Not here. That's the main thing. It's not here. That's the bonus. We were sort of gearing up for it, and it's not here, so it's good. Lachlan Hunter, car 18. making his way through the stage. Nathan Shaw says, fun fact, BMW never designed the new Mini, MG Rover did, but when BMW took over they claimed it was designed by them. Okay, I hope that's actually a fact and we haven't just caused a feud between MG and BMW on the live stream here at Greystoke Stages. Jamie Ganley's there saying, you sound fine, Phil, you haven't mentioned a Clan Crusader yet. Oh, damn you, Jamie. I was trying to get through the day without saying anything. Mr. Woodford will be texting me now. Tony Wilkinson is also watching. Tom Hind, Sue Hind, listed as retired. Oh, that's news hot off the press. Let's have a little look what it says. Yeah, it does say retired. Also Barry Lindsay as well. And John Day and Emma Cooper. 3 retirements so far on this stage. Let's keep an eye on that. It might just be an issue with things. Let's not just accept that as definite just yet. Car 35, Aidan Gregory and Peter King, they were down as a retirement. They've not done a stage yet today, so nice to see Car 35 out now. Problems this morning for the Fiesta, but having a good crack here on stage 3. Sven Grube. Oh, look at that. Showing off. That's how you do it. Alfie Element alongside Mini Cooper 1, 1600 Class 8 car. Scandinavian flick as he threw it in there. That must be the Sven part of his name. Scandinavian. Brilliant to see. Well done. Like that. Chris Lonnan says, pleased to see the tribute to Andy Watson earlier. Met him on the track road in 2023. As he was in the car behind us on the Saturday morning, made an effort to check up on us and how I was doing through the day. When he found out it was my first Forest event, he was a really nice guy. Told me how glad he was that he'd finally managed to get himself out competing after years of wanting to do it. That's lovely to hear. Thank you, Chris. It's a nice little story to hear as well, isn't it? He was a genuinely lovely fella. It was Mr. Woodford, was it, that was trying to get a free hat? He's not having one. We're not having Mr. Woodford to have a hat. No chance. Don't care how many times he tries to slide into the comments. He's not having one. If you want to get one, and your name isn't Paul Woodford, then or Jamie Ganley, you can't have one either, Jay, to be fair. If you work for Special Stage, you're not having one. We're going to put a ban on it. We have Special Stage Rallying as Life hats and merchandise to give away, so if you want to get hold of one, please just drop a message into the chat, as these guys have done. Nathan Shaw, Chris Lonnan, Debbie Thompson, Dave Turner, Warren Martin, all in with a chance of winning one of these Special Stage Rallying as Life hats. Michael Motes also fancies a hat as well. I think he deserves one. So that was Richard and Julia Perry in the little Vauxhall Nova, continuing to impress, going really well in that little car. I do like a Nova. To be fair, there's not many rally cars I don't like. I always feel, and I might be wrong on this one, it's pure instinct, I feel like a Nova could be a really good car to work on from a rallying point of view. Hot in this one though, car 40, throwing it sideways. Julian Fouquet, Jordan joins Mr. Stage previously, the Cooper R50. So, trying to get back into the swing of things after, I don't think we saw him last time through. So we're seeing lots of love on Facebook pages. Let's have a look at YouTube. See what's happening on there. Colin Treby, Gareth Price, dancing that rear-wheel drive Fiesta between the banks, almost getting it stuck between them as well, wasn't he there? Just overcorrected himself slightly, but got away with it. Trash Queen Royale says she went to get some grub. Did I miss anything special? Well, I had a couple of overshoots. I don't think you've missed a Subaru yet, so you're all right. Plenty of other cars to enjoy. Now you're back. You will. I think we've got another Subaru to come out. We've got Oliver in car 51, who's going really well. Seeded at car 51, but he's actually within the top 10 at the minute. So it'll be worth waiting for. His pace is getting quicker and quicker as the day goes on. Jonathan Forrest has just got back from a very wet Harewood Hill climb to watch Dave and Jamie in car 58. Any chance of a special stage hat in time for marshalling on the track rod in Langdale? Cheers. Well, we'll certainly put you in the draw for one. Thank you, Jonathan. Would you ship any merchandise over to the Rock? The Rock being Malta. We're used to the Rock being the Isle of Man, but there's more than one Rock around the world. We realise that. Yes, if you win, we'll certainly ship it. We can do that. We'll ship all over the world. When I get some money, I'll buy something. You're going to buy some as well. You've got to check out Rallying His Life's website. So Dan Elmore, who runs Rallying His Life, has done a fantastic range of clothing and merchandise, umbrellas, hats, scarves, baby grows. You literally anything that you could stick Rallying His Life and a special stage on, he has done that, and it's brilliant. So head over to his new website. There'll be links on our Facebook page and also on Rallying His Life's Facebook page, and you'll be able to find it online. But well worth a visit. There's loads of stuff on there, and we bought ourselves some team hoodies the other week when we were away. And Dan made us some hoodies, special stage hoodies, and they were fantastic, and I wear mine all the time. It's really good, so I think you'll find they're really good value as well. Get yourselves on Rallying His Life's website and get some merchandise bought. It'd be great to see people out there. We always like seeing people with special stage and Rallying His Life merchandise. Often see them at venues around the UK when we get there. Simon Mildren watching from Jersey in the Channel Islands. Thank you very much for tuning in. So Peter Sharples, James Sharples making their way through in the Mini. Wonder if there's still bacon butties on the go at the service park, Sharples Service Park. The interesting information that you get sent. It's my PR lady for the special stage and the Mini Championship, the Mini Challenge Championship. Julia Perry, who's actually out competing today with Richard in the Nova. She's been sending me all the information through for our cruise in this challenge. Lots of interesting stories to tell you about these cars, and I brought them in stage 1, but I'll feed some more in throughout the day as well. Just like this crew, car 46, Kevin and Tana Ablett. Only the second time Kevin has ever driven on gravel, and Tana's first ever event on the loose stuff. She's never read maps, and this should all add to the excitement. And the plan is just to get round and have as much fun as they can possibly have, because they've travelled up from Kent, and it's a long way to come from Kent and to not do well. And I agree, it's a long way from Kent up to Greystoke. So a nice steady run, a sensible run. Get yourselves round to the end and enjoy yourselves, and then see where you are at the finish. That's the main way to enjoy it. Somebody else out for some fun today. Florence Butler. Nicely done, Flo. And the mud up the side of the car is it looks great from a rallying point of view. It always does, doesn't it, muddy cars? However, it's hiding the colour scheme on that Mini, and it is such a fantastic colour scheme. Her and Dad Guy have both got very similar looking cars. Guy's is blue and Florence is pink, and they've got all woolly sheep, cartoon sheep all over the car, and it's fantastic to see. It's such a good little fun livery to have on a rally car. So Flo's out this weekend, sort of getting some mileage in the new car. She wants to sort of push herself in readiness for the Roger Albert Clark Rally at the end of the year, which she'll be doing in that car. So they're developing that car and bringing it up to a different specification. So not registered for Mini Challenge points this weekend, but out also next week on the Nicky Grist stages down in Wales. Slightly modified and slightly lighter Mini has just left the area. That was Paul Green and Andrew's side. Paul's first time driving on maps first time since 1995. Currently third in the Mini R50 Championship. This is Andrew's first time on gravel as well, and first time reading the maps. Tricky little section, we did say this at the top of the show. Andrew also participates in the single venue championship up in Scotland on the tarmac, and we'll be returning to that next week. We'll be returning to that with a slightly lighter version of his Mini. Car 50, Ben Hearsay and Matthew Hearsay in their 1600 Mini Cooper. They are 50. Next up should be Oliver Wood in the Subaru Impreza. So fans on the Isle of Malta, stand by. We should have Impreza incoming. Oh, don't go down there. That's the runoff. In fact, I think you're probably okay there, but the marshals are all parked down there as well. Just coming in too hot, couldn't make his mind up. You go down there later. Have you got the right maps in front of you, boys? Well, before the show started, we all moved the vehicles and we parked our van down this big long runoff, which isn't being used now, and everybody else, all 8 or so cars, have all parked on this little tiny dead leg between the triangle. And I must admit, we spoke about it before the show, if they get the wrong map or they get the wrong slot here at this junction, just like Oliver did then, well, we don't really need a Subaru in the back of any of the cars, do we? Let's put it that way. It wouldn't be good. So the box junction is now being rebuilt by the marshals. I can see them just behind the tree line over there. Thankfully, they weren't carrying any more speed, because they probably weren't too far off the back of the pickup truck that I can see parked on the other side of the stage. Anyway, they got away with it. That's the main thing. So Mark Deemer, Kevin Jeffrey, Marcus Andrews and Ben Lawrence all tuning in as well. I hope you've recovered from Belgium last week, Ben. First trip to the European continent for Ben. And some amazing pictures he was taking as well. Greg and Ian McCutcheon through safely then in the Peugeot 205 GTI. Gobby and Scott Windows and Doors sponsor the car. Pretty sure it says Gogsy down the doors as well. So getting towards the end of this field now for stage 3. I'll have a quick look at the overall leaderboard. Just getting you up to speed before the before we break for a couple of minutes and reorganise ourselves ready for stage 4. Stage 4 will be filmed and broadcast in exactly the same location. We're not moving from here. We don't have the time. They literally get the last car out of the stage and they send Zero straight back in. So by the time we've set the satellite up and moved and got ourselves in position, we'd miss the cars, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to miss anybody. So we will aim to just bring you all the cars from the same spot again. Yeah, massive shame. Tom Hind and Sue Hind still showing on the retirements, as is John Day and Emma Cooper, Barry Lindsay, Caroline Lodge, Christopher Cockrell, Bob Wiggins, and George Scott, Ian Jackson. Anthony Hansen, Brad Sobey also retired, and Jack Birch and Mike Joad. So we've had a few retirements, haven't we? Here is the Avenger. It's been thrown about. Fair play. The 3-2-3 then. There you go. I wasn't wrong, was I? Stand by at the ready. Can't park there, mate. Bug McGregor, you're right. Joining us from New Zealand. Well, you've joined us at the end of the stream, I'm afraid, Bug. We will be back very shortly, though, so keep an eye on the special stage page. We're going to be back in around about 5 minutes' time or so. We'll just get these last couple of crews through the stage before we have the short break. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to the YouTube page, and that'll tell you every time we go live. Also on Facebook, if you want to stick with us on Facebook, hit that notification and the little bell on the screen on the homepage. We will we'll inform you every time we go live. You get a little notification from us, and as well as that, you can also bits of Mini everywhere. As well as that, you can also stick our website in as a favourite as well into your laptop or your phone, specialstage.tv. That's got everything on it, absolutely everything you could possibly wish for. There's enough footage on there to sink a battleship. All our archive footage is going on there as well. Our trips away, live streams. You can catch up on everything that we do here at Special Stage on that website. It really is quite a fantastic archive of footage on there now. So, as promised, I'll give you a quick rundown of the runners and riders after 3 stages here on the Greystoke stages 2025. Alan Carmichael, Harry Walshaw lead the way. First overall, first in class, 21 minutes 24 seconds. Angus Lorry, Lisa Watson second, 22 minutes and 6. John Stone, Rhys Stoneman taking a podium position away from Pete Gorst. They've got a 22.45, and Pete is just 2 seconds behind with Mark Twynham on the maps. 22.47. Michael O'Brien, Jack Morton, 23.02 in 5th. James Hall, Laura Marshall, that looks like it's been sorted now with the timing issue checking into service. So they've got a 23.28 and they're on 6th place. Michael Glendinning and Mark Mason are in 7th in the Subaru. First of the two-wheel drivers then, Ian Holt, Phil Boyle, 8th overall, 24 minutes 29, first in class, and they have an 11-second advantage over Steve Ward, John Millington, who are 9th overall and second in class. Rounding out the top 10 then, another of the escort crews, Nick Kitchen, Steve Pugh. It's close between the escorts. They're just 3 seconds back from Steve Ward and John Millington, and that rounds out the top 10. If you want to see any more of the crews or any more of the results, then please head to rallies.info. That will conclude stage 3 here in Greystoke, and we will be back with you very, very shortly. So make sure you hit the like and the notifications, and we will see you very, very soon.